Outline, study techniques, study skills. Mind mapping, that's a technique. What's good about it? It's visual, it's easy to edit. Okay, I can move things around, I can add things at any given time. I'm not locked in. Like when you take notes, you're locked in. You can't add anything to it, okay? Unless you leave spaces. Note cards. What's good about it? You can test your memory. You can have a prompt, a question, or a hint on the front, and on the back you can have your answer, definition. Okay? So you can use a variety of study techniques. Okay? Now here's what we call a time train. Everyone see that? Can you guess what these dates are? Or what these, or who these dates are related to? You. Yes. So, I was born in 1970, graduated from high school 1988, started working 1993 or so, somewhere around there. Came to Southfield in 1999, first CD release was 2002, second CD release 2010. I can go on. It's sometimes it's good to see the order of the dates, okay? It's easier to remember when you can see them one after the other. And I'm going to show you an example of that when we look at our civics. Okay, so I'm going to give you a chance. Any questions first? Before I want to give you a chance to play with this app a little bit. Any questions so far? Okay. Now, can you see how if you were going to take a test, can you imagine the whole chapter being on one sheet of paper as opposed to 10 different sheets? Can you imagine how easy that is to remember? So say, for instance, you have a test and you have everything on one giant cheat sheet. And you can, right before the test, you're looking at it and looking over it. And the teacher says, put your notes away. And it's only one sheet. Put it away. And then when you're taking the test, you say, man, you try to remember. And you can remember a picture. You can say, oh, okay, that was related to this. And you can recall the information. As opposed to notes, it's harder to recall 10 pages of notes and try to say, well, who was on page 7? Who was on page 5? It's difficult. So, but if you see one picture, you can say, oh, I remember that we talked about acrostics and acronyms, and I remember from looking at the picture that we talked about SMART goals, we talked about homes, we talked about a way to remember the music lines. So you have a mental image to help you remember, okay? So, in order to create a map on this app, you will simply click this here, and it will say New Mind Map. Okay? And yours is new because you have not created one before. So you can take some notes. Just do a couple of notes from what you learned today. So what did we talk about today? What was the theme of the lesson today? Okay. Okay, so we'll put that in the middle. Type it in. Double click it. And then the keyboard should come up. Okay. You have to play with it a little bit. Okay, now you see the little plus? You can put skills if you want. And you don't have to write the whole sentences. You can paraphrase, you can abbreviate, just enough to jar your memory, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, but so you see the plus sign? And just take that out, and it creates another box. What name a technique we talked about today? Okay.